Hey there, StarCraft fans. It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on Eclipse, it's going to be a PvT featuring sSak and Shuttle. Top right going to be Shuttle, our white Protoss player. He does like playing white Protoss. And in the bottom left, it's going to be sSak, our brown Terran player. All right, man. So it's going to be a PvT. You know, there's going to be tanks and vultures and Goliaths and zealots and dragoons and maybe some High Templar and Storm, as well as maybe Reavers and Archons and stuff. So, hit that like button if you're excited for a PvT here on Eclipse featuring Shuttle and sSak. No proxies from either player on this two-player map. And we've got a pylon on the way. Anyway, hope everyone is having a fantastic May. Things are good in the Falcon Paladin household. The kids are excited to be finishing up school here in the next couple of weeks. So that's nice. The temperature is definitely getting warmer outside. Having to turn the air conditioning on every once in a while, which, you know, man, paying for air conditioning. First world problem. Extreme. 100,000,000%. Yeah, gateway opening here. Maybe a little zealot pressure. Ooh, trying to block the ramp against that probe, but shuttle probes are too sneaky. Gets inside. Starts the harassment here, but two SCVs are sent to destroy. All right, man. So we've got a Robert the Zealot t-shirt in production at falconpaladin.store to go along with the Steve the SCV t-shirt and the Terra the Overlord t-shirts and mugs. So check out falconpaladin.store and see if new merch is there. I'm casting this about a week in advance, so maybe it's there by the time this thing posts. Gas Steel from Shuttle, just being super duper annoying with this probe, as a Protoss can do sometimes. Yeah, everything's cool. I mean, back home, right? We've got a Zealot on the way. Zealot pressure is going to show up. Steve the SCV says, yes, Gateway indicates very much going to be some Zealot pressure coming at us. So, got to make sure my Marine Micro is on point. Maybe get a bunker up even. I like this little wall here, too. It's good against things like Zealots and good against things like Lings, which aren't going to be a thing here today, but yeah, Zealot moving out. Robert the Zealot cruising out across the map here. Power walking. His arms are so buff. He's got to keep his arms away from his sides like this. Kind of like how bodybuilder Arnold Schwarzenegger used to have to walk. Yeah, so Marine's like, all right, I really would like some gas here at some point, so let's go ahead and shoot at that assimilator and prepare for the timing for the Zealot to show up. Yeah, SCV's blocking the ramp with a couple Marines behind it. Zealot's like, I'm not even going to try. No, maybe we're going to give this a shot here. Zealot gets a hit off. Oh, gosh. Nah, Marine Micro. Oh, probe gets a Marine kill. Bunker finishing would be cool. Dude, look at this Zealot. Look how buff and strong he is. Takes down a Marine and an SCV and kills another SCV that's trying to build a bunker. That's why there's SCVs out here, man. This is so annoying on the aggression. Okay, second Zealot shows up and tries to make a run by. Zealot sacrifices his life to try to prevent the run by, but my gosh, two Zealots are inside the main. One of them is extremely injured. The other one is not as injured, so he's going to lead the charge here to try to kill more workers. Oh my gosh, the gas, getting rid of that assimilator on your gas is going to take a while here. This is really good stuff here from Shuttle at the moment, isn't it? Ooh, love that positioning by the Marines. Zealots can't fit their fat bodies in there. So, Zealot. My gosh, there's another Zealot on the way. Is there another? My gosh, there's another one in production. There's one more walking here. There's another one in the gateway. This is just... Terran players are like, this is not fair. Zealots are garbage. Somewhere, Artosis is very mad, and he doesn't know why. Because this game is happening. This game is being cast at the moment. Another SCV down. Finally, one of the Zealots dies. This guy with the run by, you know, requires all of your shields to get in. But, okay, another Zealot down. Another Zealot down. Marine count is a little bit heftier now. And this should be a pretty quick dispatch of this final Zealot. Really should not get any kills, he says, questioningly. And he doesn't. All right. I don't know if this Zealot wants to come in here. And he doesn't. He stops on the outskirts of the natural base. Finally, refinery is coming inside the main base. There's already a refinery in the natural base here from sSak. That's how much he needs gas right now. Yeah. I mean, finally getting his first gas of the day. Shuttle's been working on it for a while. His second base is already rolling. You do want to have the better economy against the Terran player if you're a Protoss, but delaying some of that economy to make this early Zealot pressure happen was our guy Shuttle. So, SSak does not want to have this many Marines. He wants to make a factory, but by golly, the factory was delayed because of the gas steal. Really killer stuff here from Shuttle, and finally, factory starts at 518, which is way later than any Terran player wants to start their factory against someone who's Protoss, and especially who's as good as Shuttle is. Nice snipe on that SCV, man. But it's not a lot of SCVs that have died today, but it is it's like 5 maybe, 5 or 6 possibly. Is a good number. A bunch of them died down here, a couple of them died up here, one died over here, and one died over here. So yeah, I think my math is kind of adding up there. Anywho, PvT on this map. I think we cast a PvT on Eclipse a while ago, maybe about 3 or 4 weeks ago now. Was a pretty good one. I'm trying to remember who it was particularly, but yeah, man, PvTs are fun. Got the Vulture harass if the Terran player knows what they're doing, and SSak definitely does. Got our first Robo Facility, just worrying about Spider Mines more than anything else there. It's really just... That's usually the first tech that a Protoss player is going to go for, is the Robo. Dragoon pressure shows up, but, you know, later than it normally would be, and the Singularity charges later too, because we went for Zealots. So many Zealots so early. This is an RJB replay. Almost forgot to mention that. Check him out, youtube.com/@RJB_TV. He's a great dude. Subscribe to his channel. All right, Singularity charge is up, range is up, repair is necessary. Tanks in production, siege mode in production here too. But 4 Dragoons just firing away at your front bunker. Not a great feeling if you're a Terran player. In fact, a bad feeling. A bad feeling for sure. Yeah, Observatory coming in, but not Spider Mines. It's actually siege mode first, but a second machine shop exists. So we could see siege mode working at the same time as Spider-Man research, because that's the power of having 2 machine shops. Third base warping it up north here from Shuttle. So yeah, I mean, I think all this aggression, it hasn't really crippled SSak necessarily, but it's hurt him to the point that I think Shuttle's feeling fine. He's up 46 to 41 workers. He's got a third base warping in, where our Terran player just really has no interest in getting a third base anytime soon, it seems like. Yeah, there's that siege mode, and here's the shot, and that's the retreat of the Dragoons. The time to go. Yeah, Zealots want nothing to do with this either. Not with the bunker, not with the siege tank, not with the extra Marines outside of the bunker, because you made the Terran make this many Marines in the first place. That's why they exist. 4 Dragoons joining the party here, but I just... oh, did we kill a... Oh, yeah, 1 Dragoon came a little bit too close. A little too close to the sun there, and dead. Ah, it's a Robo support bay. All right, so we're going to see Reavers on the open here. Where is that thing? Oh, it's behind this minerals tab up there. Right on. So we're going to see Reaver shenanigans from Shuttle. Look, his name is Shuttle. That's what his name is. Did a Zealot try to get in? Whatever. Something died. A couple Marines died there, too. I think that was friendly fired splash from the siege tank. But, yeah, look at these Marines. They're like, wait, this is Shuttle we're playing against? So let's just be ready for Shuttles containing High Templar or Reavers, whatever it might be. Having this anti-air in this position is really nice for us. Also, Engineering Bay would be hot to get a couple turrets out to deal with these drops too, because if you don't have a couple turrets out, it's kind of a tough go. Starport is on the way from our Terran player SSak, maybe for science vessels with EMP, which is always insanely good against Protoss. Defensive Matrix also not a bad upgrade here either. And yeah, probe checking to make sure there's not any kind of a third base from the Terran. There's not one over here, thanks Pylon. There's not one here, thanks Pylon. There's not one here, thanks Pylon. That's not actually a base. But he is potentially worried about tanks getting all up in here and sieging on that high ground. So just having some vision of this area is nice. And then a straight up Pylon block on a very likely third base location here for SSak. Did he scan out there? Yeah, he scanned out here. Oop. Couple Goliaths in the mix. Okay, as far as anti-air goes, Goliaths are pretty awesome when dealing with things like Reavers and Shuttles. God, there's so many white dots on the map. I need to watch for drops. Is he waiting? Oh, yeah. 2 Reaver drop is the open here from Shuttle. SCV says, are those Dragoons still out there? Yes. All right, that's not great. Start making some Vultures. Get that spider mine upgrade. Let's get the speed upgrade for the vultures too, which we might already have actually, because vehicle plating is on the way. And an engineering bay. That's not going to be for upgrades. That's going to be for turrets, without a doubt. So scanning, he sees the third base exists, says garbage. I mean, not too surprising that it exists, but, you know. Unloading here is an interesting idea. You get, I mean, tanks outrange Reavers by a lot. I mean, not as much as, like, most things, but still pretty much a lot here. So, okay, just out of range of the tanks, but close enough to hit the Goliaths. That totally sucks. For our Terran player, yeah, I think this contain is pretty fantastic from Shuttle. SSak, oh, SSak is going for dropship shenanigans. Oh, he drops some vultures inside the main base too. Look at this. Laying spider mines, going after these probes, laying more spider mines. Ow, Zealots eating spider mines with their faces, which is what they're good for. Insane. Ow, like just super, super annoying stuff. And then in all the confusion, considering, oh, you didn't, okay. I feel like you could have unloaded in there. It would have been very cool. Just decides to back out instead and set up here. Weird stuff. Boom, boom. Yeah, I don't know, man. Shuttle seemed to deal with that pretty easily. The spider mines are all gone. Not like hardly any probes died at all there. So not really worried about it. I don't think Shuttle fans. Shuttle's looking okay. I don't know. RGB doesn't usually send me replays that are kind of one-sided raffle stomps, which the first 11 minutes has largely been in favor of Shuttle. I really don't have any problem saying that. He really hasn't tried to get any Reaver drops off, has he? I guess maybe. We're going to set up to deal with this in traditional locations, aren't we? Scan sees the fourth base of Shuttle. Yes, looking great here. Shuttle expanding like a crazy person. This dropship has a single siege tank in it. It's heading north. It was spotted by Shuttle. Dude, honestly, though, oh, good snipe on that Reaver. Tank down, but hey, Reaver down. That's trades. Definitely trades. Siege tank says, I can kill this base by myself. Let's go. Yeah, killing probes and then unsieging, because that cannon's going to come up any second now. And, yeah, this is not happening. So this dropship's going to get killed, and then the tank's going to die, and I don't know. This is a fun little thing here. 2 kills on the siege tank. Does wipe out a cannon right as he dies, so that's not bad. But boy, howdy, a third base would be nice here. SSak does have a command center third base, but he has to get rid of this pylon first if he wants to expand there. The slowest move out to end siege here of all time by SSak. Like, he started the slow siege at his natural base. That's not what you want. Man. Oh, okay, fine. Free science vessel, I guess. Did it even get an EMP off or anything? No. Just kind of hanging out over here, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. Terran fans watching this game are like, what are you doing? Oh, he's even getting zealot bombs off on tanks. Goodness, another tank down. Keeping the tank count low. Shuttle is following the PvT Bible to the letter of the law right now. The fact that there's not a third base from SSak is incredibly problematic at 13 minutes. Because there's a 5th base warping in from Shuttle up top left. There needs to be something in the back pocket here of SSak where he needs to get a push out here or he's just going to die. He might not die if Shuttle opts for the slow strangle strategy, which seems to be what he's doing here. Just kind of forcing the Terran to starve to death because they mine out of their natural base and they mine out of their main base, and that's it. Trying to sneak in with the Reaver drop. By that I mean nothing unloads from that Shuttle and the Shuttle dies. Okay. Well, I don't know if that was SSak necessarily earning that victory or if that was just the Shuttle refusing to unload. Maybe this wasn't an unloadable position. I don't know. I mean, the good news here for SSak is at 170 supply, he's got 2 upgrades on his mech. It's +1 attack, no armor for the Protoss player, and in a direct engagement against these many tanks, the Protoss army will die. Spider mines are out. He's got all the pieces he needs here. It's just a matter of he really needs a third base. So he's finally going to wipe out this pylon and get a third base at like 15 minutes. Which is, again, problematic. And very not good. Land your command center. Land your command center. Land your command center. Dude, 5 basing Shuttle right now. Shuttle fans are just rubbing their hands in glee. Like, hee. This is how Protoss should be played. Thanks, Shuttle, for showing us all how it's done. It's a textbook. It's a textbook example. It's a college-level lecture on how to play PvT right now. And how to always have played PvT in the history of PvT. I mean, maybe this particular strategy didn't really come out until a few years after Brood War was released, but still. Alright, gonna try to Zealot Bomb here. Dragoons trying to jump on these siege tanks. Good split. First storm of the day. Catching. Nice target on those vultures. That's what you want to be getting with the storm for sure. Although, two-shotting the tanks is not bad either. Zealots right on top of your tanks is the worst possible scenario. But another swell of vultures comes in. A couple tanks die, but the remainder of the Dragoons have to back out of there because they're not happy about it either. Vultures wiping out a pylon over here on the right side. Maybe SAC can expand here? Possibly. I mean, that's... At this point, that's kind of where Shuttle wants to go next if he's continuing to expand, or maybe here, but that seems like a bad idea. Considering how close to the Terran army it is, expanding here would probably result in a dead new base if you're Shuttle. So here, farther away, harder for the Terran player to do anything about it, but the Terran is kind of claiming it for his own right now. See, this is why you have cannons at your bases, in case literally 12 vultures show up and start trying to cause you problems. You have the cannons to handle it. So they're just going to spider mine this area, come down here. There are 4 cannons at the top left base too, though. A little bit of siege tank support from the south. Never hurt anyone. The vultures are like, we can deal with these cannons. Commander, especially with siege tank help, taking 2 of them out. That's exactly correct. So look at this. Spider mining up the ramp to slow down, reinforce the good target firing on those probes. Probe count gets knocked down to 52 from Shuttle. 61 from our 3 basing Terran right now, building another command center, trying to expand up this left side. And yeah, man, siege tank, oh boy, not quite sieged up, and getting Reavers dropped on their face, and take. Not getting target fired there. So Shuttle secures his 5th base, lost some probes in the meantime, not ideal, and is on a bit of a rampage here, making sure the Terran player doesn't have this base. Observer scattered it out first. Excellent job there. Oh, EMP is being researched now. I don't know what that science vessel was doing out here like 4 minutes ago, and it just wandered up to a bunch of Dragoons and totally died for no reason. I mean, scouted, right? Scarab damage upgrade here, adding 25 damage to a Reaver shot. Look at these vultures. They're like, we'll fight you. You go ahead and hit us all you want. We will fight you. Trying to be fancy with the shuttle micro here, but in the meantime, a ton of probes are dying. Dude, SAC's vulture work here has been nuts. He just killed a Reaver with vultures. Holy crap. This 3rd base is a complete ghost town. It's 45 probes to 61 SCVs at the moment. Okay, I mean, this is the power of vultures. If you're not using vultures in your TVPs like this, you're doing it wrong. SAC is showing us how to do this. Was his 3rd base late? Absolutely. Man, did he just scan all of this stuff? Yeah. Great scan. Dude, 61 to 49 workers. Look at him just casually taking a 4th base up this left side. Protoss fans are not super happy about this. Inadequate defense against a ton of vultures cruising into your 3rd base and obliterating it. I mean, a lot of probes died here at this top left 5th base too. So economically, not ahead. You're not. It's 5 bases to 4. Congratulations, Protoss. But the Terran player has more workers than you do. This is close. Okay, so now this is getting interesting here at about 19 minutes. I think the first about 15, Protoss was feeling fancy. Man, look at these vultures trying to get up here again before the cannons show up. And a little bit too late for that. These vultures are dead. The positioning of Shuttle's army was a lot better there, but this high ground tank positioning is mean. He needs to get either scan up here or get like an engineering bay floating out here to get extra range to hit those cannons, because as we all know, tanks can shoot further than they can see naturally. They need some help with that. They need glasses. Is that an EMP hit? Nope. Is this an EMP? That's an EMP hit. Okay, so EMP hit. Big time engagement here from Shuttle. Flanking left side. Storms are up. Zealots on top of everything, and I think sSak's just going to lose this battle pretty much. Yeah, very convincingly there. Shuttle gets in there. sSak losing all of his siege tanks. It is suddenly 157 and 119 supply. A lot of the army came through here. A bunch of sSak's army was up this way, out of position. They've got to come back and try to deal with it. This group's like, we're just hanging out. 2-1-1 upgrades on those dudes. 3-2 on the mech. But the tank count is not good. Tank count is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, sure, 11 tanks is fine. It's not 30. It's not even 20, right? It's barely half of 20 here. So with that fell swoop, Shuttle goes ahead, takes the lead in the game. Didn't do anything to slow down the Terran economy all that much. Man, the scans are coming hot and heavy. Scan, scan, scan. And yeah, sees the probe coming in and says, all right, so Shuttle wants to expand here. I wonder if we can shut that down. So Vulture's going to kill the Zealot without even any micro at all. And then you need to come up and kill this probe. Dude, at least kill the probe. Okay. So free probe. More scanning. Sees the Dragoon army is back towards Shuttle's side of the map here on Eclipse. Oh, Vulture's wandering. Sniped down the Dragoon that was already injured. I think it must have taken a spider mine hit or something. And then trying to kill an Nexus, which is just, it's admirable, your effort, boys, but you can do better than that. Shuttle setting up again for another attack. Into a bunch of sieged up tanks, but it's not 20 of them, right? This seems like it's probably doable, but if your Zealot count just got kind of obliterated, I guess there's a bunch more Zealots in part of this. It's a maxed out Shuttle army, but versus about 150 total supply here from sSak. Plus sSak has a 10 SCV lead, which means his army is even smaller comparatively to what Shuttle is rolling with here. Yeah, I mean, all this pressure towards the middle has really taken the pressure off this top left base from Shuttle. It's allowing him to get this right side base too. Again, the only thing fast enough to get over here to try to shut this down is Vultures, but the Dragoons are blocking the ramp and saying, no, absolutely not. You are not allowed to be in here. Zealots just eating the spider mine so the Dragoons don't have to. They're helping their friends. Stutter stepping the Dragoons very, very nicely. Archon in the front. Okay, tank count just gets whittled down to absolutely a nothing burger. And I think that might be the death knell here from sSak. We are looking at dead tank number 73. The fourth base, the newest source of income for the Terran player that's only on 4 bases, is dying. SCVs trying to flee. Some of them will escape to a better life. But down to 52 SCVs to 45 probes. It's as close as it's been for a while here. And this 4th CC is going to die because these Dragoons have +3 attack. Yeah, this is not good. One basing Terran. Oh, he did what? He got enough Vultures over to wipe out the 6th base of Shuttle. Sure. That's not ludicrous. That's hilarious. Whatever, guys. Way to go. So, look, Shuttle's knocked down to 5 bases, but he did just completely take sSak down to 3, and by that I mean 1, and by 5 I mean 3 for our guy Shuttle. So it's 3-1, which is an excellent, excellent ratio if you're trying to defeat a Terran player who's meching. Because what else are you going to do against a Protoss? Yeah, more scans. Being like, oh boy, that's a lot of army coming out there. I'm down about 70 supply, aren't I? Yes, sSak, yes you are. So Shuttle's pulling back, just basically saying, if I overextend here, I can lose my army and a counterattack could kill me. So let's consolidate forces. Let's pull back against potential Vulture attacks again. Vulture attacks have caused me major problems today. But sSak has not been able to get his tank line across the midpoint of this map. Not even close. Like, this is about as far as he's gotten his tank line, and that is not halfway across the map at all. And if you're a Protoss player, that's exactly fine with you. It's exactly how you want this thing to go. Sniped. Just if the tanks never in number approach any of your bases, you're cool with that. Yeah, I mean, sure, a lot of Zealots are dying, a lot of Dragoons are dying. But Science Facility gets wiped out, which means if you want more Science Vessels, you got to rebuild that thing, and cash is not exactly something that sSak has a ton of, and Shuttle totally does. So sSak manages to live to fight another minute or so here. Look at him taking sSak's 4th base. Shuttle's just like, nah, this is mine now. That's how Shuttle sounds when he talks. I'm not sure if you've heard him before. Are you trying to transfer probes down here, and that was your pathing? Yo! Yeah, go the safe route. Great idea. If sSak's going to try to focus on killing this space, oh, he did manage to take a 4th down here at the 6 o'clock, like 5 o'clock base or so. That's where Shuttle's heading, though, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah, this command center is fleeing because there is no way sSak's going to be able to save that thing, and I think that's it. Like, I really think that's our GG. We're looking at it. We're feeling it in our bones, Terran fans, aren't we? Just that 3rd base was too late. He was really never able to get up a massive tank count. He was never really able to get up a 4th base for a super long amount of time. And sure, Shuttle's okay with losing this base. He's not happy about it. But keeping the Terran to 1 base of economy that is quickly mining out is an okay thing for our Protoss friend Shuttle here, isn't it? Boo. Zealots all bunched behind the Dragoons there. There you go. Filtering through to get on top of these siege tanks. The Vultures were held in the back. That was pretty good stuff. Great storms. Fantastic Dragoon placement here. Nice concave. And sSak's like, all right, my tank count is 0. By that, I mean he's got 5 of them, but 6. 5 of them, 6 of them might be... that's it. sSak's gone. And Shuttle is our winner in 27 minutes and 23 seconds. Excellent, excellent display of how to play PvT here. I mean, aspirational more than anything else, I would say. Just beautiful, beautiful Shuttle display of how to play Shuttle. I mean, the drops were amazing. The Shuttles were more for Zealot bombs and more to get Reavers in position to get shots off on siege tanks than they were to, like, actually wipe out SCV lines and stuff. But... pro tip, you don't have to wipe out SCV lines if you never really let your opponent get a 4th base. You've got 5. I think that's the maths for today here. I mean, yes, Shuttle was kind of mining out of his own bases, but he was expanding over this way. He was in a little bit of danger, but he had the bigger army. He had the better positioning here. He had the better spell casting, and he was able to get that thing done. So sSak's macro was good, but the fact that he was contained for so long and his 3rd base was so late just put a death knell into his coffin. That's not right. The last nail into his coffin, but it sounded as a death knell for him almost. I mean, against another lesser Protoss player, he probably could have pulled something off with that once that 4th base was up, but he was never able to move out halfway across the map. That's the big thing. No. So, man, poor sSak. Almost feel bad for him on that one. 176,000 points to 200,000 points. sSak outproducing Shuttle by a bunch, but getting outkilled by a bunch at 2. Buildings raised 22-9. The Vulture stuff was great. I mean, I can definitely give sSak a lot of credit for the Vulture harass. It killed a lot of probes, and it killed a whole Nexus too, which is awesome. But getting outspent by a full 15,000 resources in 27 minutes is 2 thumbs up good enough if you're a Protoss player. And Shuttle gets that win in about 27 minutes. Excellent. I mean, truly, truly, truly excellent stuff there from our guy Shuttle. But what else do we expect from Shuttle other than excellence? So that right there is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.